Hi, it's Jeff Pulver, and welcome back to another edition of Jeff's Place. I can't believe it's already August of 2023, but there you go. It's actually This is the August 24th show. It's Songwriters in the Round, and I'm looking forward to co-hosting and being back here in the co-host share. Lauren, thank you for all the work that you do, and today we're welcoming Caoimhe and Terence and Tempting Murphy and John Lynch back to Jeff's Place. For those of you not familiar with the format, each artist will be performing 4 songs, one after the other, and engaging in conversation before, during, and after, well, not during, before and after the songs. And look forward to kicking off the show. So, Lauren, if you could, please do your magic and bring on our songwriters, please. That's Caoimhe. Coming on soon, it should be let's bring on Terence, Lauren, and Tempting Murphy, and then John Lynch. We're all here now. Great. All right. So I'm going to take myself out of the conversation over here, just to remove my spotlight. But this is the format, and I'm really happy that some of you have had a chance to meet each other in person. And this just means tempting that we have to come to Toronto and meet you and actually catch up in real life. I'm happy to say that I have plans to visit Canada in the near future, so we'll just sync up schedules because it'd be really nice to say hi to you outside the box. But Caoimhe, we'll kick it off to you to kick off the show, and welcome everyone who's joining us. And Lauren, thank you thanks for everything that you do.
Thank you very much. It's lovely to be here. I always love the Songwriters in the Round. It's always a great pleasure to be able to be on with such fantastic artists and to hear about people's process with songwriting and all of the different kind of ideas we have about each other's songs as well as fab. So I'm going to kick off today with a song I wrote as an angsty teenager after a breakup. I hope you like it. It's called Gone. Stop digging up the ground. The treasure chest has long been taken. I can't hear a sound, but you're telling me the music's playing. Your time has run out, but you can't hear a word I'm saying. Stop carrying this on, searching for what's already gone. Put the photograph down, they can't see you from the old ink-covered page. Stop replaying those old songs, they'll destroy you, and the words won't feel the same. Stop digging up the ground. The treasure chest has long been taken. I can't hear a sound, but you're telling me the music's playing. Your time has run out, but you can't hear a word I'm saying. Stop carrying this on, searching for what's already gone. Gone, gone. Take one last look out your window. You're leaving from today, from this place you say has made you. But they all have gone, the ones who knew your name. Stop digging up the ground. The treasure chest has long been taken. I can't hear a sound, but you're telling me the music's playing. Your time has run out, but you can't hear a word I'm saying. Stop carrying this on, searching for what's already gone, 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 gone. When will you be done searching for what's already gone?
Very nice. Wow.
Teenager.
Happy teenage.
How does that feel singing that song now?
Fantastic. I love playing songs that I wrote back then. Because I'm so proud of them. I love like thinking back to that time, and I can still remember exactly what I was thinking with all the images and like what message I was trying to get across. You know, and yeah, I'm very proud of it. So I like playing
Very
them.
good.
Yeah.
How do they? Can I ask? How do they? How do you think they compare those songs? Because you must have written a lot of songs when you were a teenager, and they're all so good. They're all so sad. How do they compare to the songs you write now? Do you think?
I'd say I was a bit more unapologetic when I was a teenager about how I'd write. And when I was annoyed about something, I said it.
Yeah.
Whereas now I think I'm a bit more careful with my words, or I'm trying to like say something in the right way, which I think is a shame because it makes it an awful lot harder to get something across and to get something across in a genuine way as well. You know, you want to be authentic when you're trying to sing something, but
Take the filter off.
yeah. But I think by playing the songs I wrote as a teenager, maybe that'll help me a little bit with kind of going, okay, look, that's what I want to be writing, you know, even though I do want to obviously improve and I want to grow up and mature with how I write songs. I do like that idea of tell it like it is, you
Do
know.
you think any of your songs that you wrote as a teenager were messages to your older self?
Yes, I think they all are. I think that all of my songs were, I don't know, like it was like I knew something before I knew it. I don't know if that makes sense, lads, or I'm just talking nonsense, but I do think that a lot of times I'd write a song and I'd listen back and go, oh, is that what I meant? You know,
You see, so you're a time traveler. You're able to time shift and
not
send
me.
messages to yourself and then acknowledge it. So that's very cool.
It feels a bit like that, all right.
But that does happen a lot with writing, doesn't it? Quite often you're writing a story or something, and you wonder where that came from, and then a bit later, there's some weird your life follows the story in some weird way. I mean, I think it's so interesting that.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should be too hard on yourself writing now, because just at the great age you are now. I mean, life does get more complicated, but that doesn't make it. It doesn't make it less strong in terms of material for your song. So I wouldn't worry about sort of losing that that clear-eyed teenage spirit, because it's great when you're a teenager, but it wouldn't work now. So I just think you should. Well, obviously you are just writing for yourself.
Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. If I was still acting like a teenager as well, that'd get old. I wouldn't like that. So
All good.
thank you. It's good advice.
Is it my turn now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so from teenage to a long, long way past teenage. This is a new song. I want to play it today. A few shows ago, we talked about the person who is at the center of this song. Now, it came from a session like this. Well, it wasn't a session. It was just looking at a YouTube channel, and I was looking at this guy during lockdown, and he was in his kitchen and he was struggling with the technology, and he was doing a streaming thing, not quite getting it right. And his family, the sort of younger members of the family, were sort of helping him out. And I was thinking, this really reminds me of somebody. This seems very, very familiar. And I realized that in this moment during lockdown, this guy and I were quite similar. We're almost exactly the same age. The only difference is that his streaming had about 2 million followers, and mine had rather fewer than that. So anyway, that's where this song came from. drifting off the other night in front of my TV. I felt my phone start buzzing and someone asked for me. He said, "Hey, this is James Taylor." "That's right, sweet baby James. I've been looking for a favor, and my people came up with your name." He said, "I was born many years ago, just a few days after you. We wear our hair the same way, give or take a hair or two. And hey, we both play guitar, though you're not nearly as good as me. But I've been watching your simple life, and man, I like what I see. 'Cause name and reputation are feathers on the breeze, and fame is just another sweetheart deed. You can have the fantasy, I'll take what is real, while you live your life just like James. He said, "I know I'm famous, they tell me I'm adored, but I long to be nobody, I dream of being ignored. And hey, you've really got that gift, man, you're out of sight. It's time to leave those shadowlands and take my place in the light." So I had a word with the one I love, just to see what she would think. She went kind of misty-eyed, turned a deeper shade of pink. She said, "Hey, I really love his songs, I've always been a fan. Come, he'll be my handyman. 'Cause name and reputation are feathers on the breeze, and fame is just another sweetheart deal. You can have the fantasy, we'll share what is real, while you live your life just like James. Oh, Massachusetts, the maple and the pine, I tell myself I'm home where I belong. Here everybody loves me, they're all friends of mine, and I just have to strum a chord for them to sing along. My woman called me late last night, my people put her through. She went on about baby James, how the dog prefers sin too. And hey, they love their simple life, the silence of the phone, and how they smile when they see my face on the cover of Rolling Stone. 'Cause name and reputation are feathers on the breeze, and fame is just another sweetheart deal. Now I've got the fantasy, but I'm missing what is real, while I live my life just like James. Yes, I've got the fantasy, but I'm missing what is real, 'Cause in my mind I'm going to the Waveney Valley.
Wow. That was, wow.
So I thought of your concert where you had the punch up with the James Taylor concert, where you met some heavy James Taylor fans.
Oh my goodness, yes. That was the Jackson Browne James Taylor show in West Virginia. Oh my goodness. That was a crazy part. But that was a fun song. My goodness. That was actually a happy song.
It was quite well, it's quite happy, but then I become James Taylor, and then I miss it ends with the Waveney Valley, which is where I live around here. In my mind, I'm going to the Waveney Valley. So I'm never quite happy, even when I'm James Taylor.
Hey, it's okay though. It's he does have that fire and rain too to worry about, but
yeah, he does. Yeah.
He is a handyman. All right, wow, that was fun. That was fun. All right, I think it's Tempting Murphy. It's over to you.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Neil.
So we started with a sad song with Caoimhe, and then we had a fun song with Terence. Now I'm going to do a happy sad song. Kind of, I guess that's the best way to describe it, because it's a love song, but it's not a sad love song. This is called Oblivion. So I press all my little switches here. There we go. Think I was meant to love only you. That may seem a very strange thing to do. Break the rules to attempt to break on through. I think I was meant to love only you. Feel the light, oh, feel the light, just before the night. Bless the very ground you walk upon. Like a fresh breeze, and then it's gone. Oh, it feels so right that it must be wrong. Bless the very ground you walk upon. Feel the light, oh, feel the light, just before the night. Is it right that we attend to every thought and will? Is there a chance freedom we can win from oblivion? Oh, oblivion. Right the ship that's wrong, brook no delay. That is what the men of wisdom say. Don't be shy in your attempt to seize the day. Right the ship that's wrong, brook no delay. Feel the light, feel the light, just before the night. Is it right that we to every thought and whim. Is there a chance freedom we can win from oblivion? Oh, oblivion. Oh, oblivion.
Wow. That was beautiful. And you're right. It was not a sad love song. It was actually I love it. But, you heard the word oblivion. Sometimes I go like bad. And, it was like bad things happen when you go to oblivion. But this was nice. It was, I like the word, the white spaces between the words as much as the words themselves and the sentiment. That was very nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Where did that song come from? We're attempting to remember. Is it? Do you remember the inspiration for it?
Just looking back at the day I wrote that. Oh, it was 2009. So that was for my one and only CD that came out, or a couple of years after that. And it's much rockier on the record. There's bass and drums and stuff, and it's faster paced, but I've really slowed it down in recent times. But that wasn't your question. Your question is, where did it come from? I guess it's just, again, my wife says I write too many love songs. She would prefer.
That's a bit unkind. Holy hell.
Too many love songs. What a complaint. Oh my God.
Ask her if she'd prefer hate songs.
Whoa.
Well, I've written a few of those. Not many, but I've written a few of those. But last time I was on with Caoimhe, I did a song called Fade that she particularly liked. And it was a love song written from 50 years on instead of, oh gosh, I'm a teenager and my heart is pounding because I see this wonderful person here. No, I got to write this song. Instead, that song is looking back. So this one was, somewhere in the middle, I guess. And yeah, I agree. I don't think, was it McCartney who sang think the world has too many silly love songs? So that I don't think that qualifies as silly. So I think it's okay.
It had a Jackson Browne sort of vibe to it.
Kind of did, right? Actually. It kind of did. Certainly new Jackson Browne.
I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you.
Very powerful. Like, rather than hearing a love song, I was hearing like all come together kind of song, and seeing oblivion as being kind of like hatred and prejudice and stuff. It's something that's kind of in my mind a lot lately. I'm seeing a lot of horrible stuff in the news about people attacking each other and war and all this. And that to me was like an anthem of love. That's what I was
like
hearing
that.
anyway. I could definitely hear that.
An anthem of love. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what holds back the oblivion is the love that you feel for at least you've got that, and that's your rock. And I guess that was my subconscious meaning to or motivation. There you go.
It was so cool as well that even though you were playing it acoustically, I could hear that it was more rocky. I could almost hear that there is meant to be drums and there's meant to be bass and all that kind of stuff there, So whatever way you play it, you're getting that across. I think that's really interesting.
Well, wait till you hear the fourth song today.
Yeah, brilliant. Looking forward to
that, guys.
Wow. All right. That was brilliant. That was really brilliant. John, over to you.
How's it going? Can you hear me all right, yeah?
Yeah, you're a little low, but I think we hear you fine. Otherwise, I know you're loud when you sing, so I think we're fine.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Yeah, had a busy day today. I was trying to fix floors here in the house, wooden floors, and of course it bit off a bit more than I could chew, and I left it a bit late to come on here, so I'm using the tablet. So I hope the sound comes across all right.
All right.
It's 8 a.m. I'm crossing London Bridge. It's into a world my mind's imprisoned in. Is this life real? Is this what I become? Well, it's taken me out from what I should have done. I miss my love, and I miss her desperately. Well, I'm thinking of her, and if she still loves me. And I've walked these London streets before in the rain and cold, and I've faced my fears, drank your beer and I left in tears. You animal, you stripped my soul and left me bare, and I'll promise I'll be back again, so you swear. Oh, oh, yeah. Down Lynch Street, where all the businessmen meet, it's crisp and cold, and there's dreams to be sold. Well, I can't comprehend how you smile and pretend, and then say to my face things you want me to hear. There are things I can take, even things I can fake, and once it's crossed, all my trust is lost. And I've walked these London streets before in the rain and cold, and I've faced my fears, I drank your beer and I left in tears. And you animal, you stripped my soul, left me bare, and I'll promise I'll be back again. This is sincere. Oh, yeah. It's 8 a.m. and I'm crossing London Bridge.
Yes. Can you share the background on the inspiration for that story, of the story of your song?
So that song, I spent a long time working in London. So I went backwards between Dublin and London as an electrician. And I found myself every morning at 8 a.m. on London Bridge, walking across London Bridge. And everybody had their heads down in the phones and they had their earpods in. And I felt very anonymous there for a little while, you know. And it was just the whole issue of being away, you know, it kind of brought it home to me. So that's where that song came out. London Bridge, yeah. All the way back Africa.
Do people sing along to it when you're playing? It has a great sort of anthemic feel to it, John.
Yeah, it happened there a couple of weeks ago on one of the gigs there. I started to notice people who knew the words of the songs, you know? Which was it was really the first time that happened. And I really enjoyed it. But I kind of stopped and I started listening to them and I forgot what I was doing, you know? But yeah, a lot of people would come to me, similar circumstances and similar stories, you know, and they say that. But yeah, I, as I said, the filter was taken off for that one. My wife calls that my angry song.
It's funny, John, because that when I hear that, I'm like, oh God, I miss home. I need to get home. I am home. I haven't left home, but I can feel, you know.
Yeah, I was giving out about people who were keeping me there, you know, more or less.
Yeah.
That's.
It's got a real ache to it, that song, hasn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
So what is the name of this? Is it London Bridge? Is the name of the song? What is the name?
London Bridge, yeah.
Oh,
You can find
I
it
guess
on Spotify. It's on my first album there, City Stars.
I appreciate the intensity, and it just it's like that song that you want everyone in the crowd to know. So when you play it, they're just with you with it, and they share that experience, that energy. That was beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So all right, we'll go back to Caoimhe. Take it away. Round 2.
Cool. I'm gonna keep on my sad streak.
Of course, 'cause if you did 4 happy songs in a row, I don't know what would happen to this world. So please,
I don't think you could handle it, guys. I don't think you can take any happiness from me. No, yeah, my songs are kind of exclusively sad, but sure, look, what can you do? This song is about war, and I wrote it back. I'd say I was about 14 or 15, and I was learning about World War II, and I was like, and World War One, and I was struck by this idea of men going off and having their lives completely changed forever. And even if they did come home and manage to get back to their families and to their lives again, that they would constantly have this ringing in their ears, for want of a better word, like something just lingering, like PTSD, I suppose. And it's called ringing because that was my image that I was using as that. Strange, empty silence, oh so filling, oh so dead, oh never ending, always ringing in your head. Down, down they fall like feathers on a breeze. Down, down their throat, autumn leaves from the trees fall, fallen angel into your darkened fate. Crawl through the bloodstains caused by your own loving hate. Strange, empty silence, oh so filling, oh so dead. Oh, never ending, always ringing in your head. Oh, 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 sound the trumpets and glories, they will never block it out in the quiet of the darkness, there's that awful ringing sound. Oh, 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 strange, empty silence, oh so filling, oh so dead. Oh, never ending, always ringing in your head.
Beautiful. And sad.
It is a bit sad, yeah.
And there's a lot of
A
ringing.
happy song about war would be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a lot of ringing going on. A lot of ringing.
It's such a good image, that ringing in the ears. I mean, I don't know whether that's what you meant, but just from gunshots and from sound, it just goes on resonating down the years. And yeah, and it's really clever. Did you really write that when you were 14?
Yeah, around that age anyway. It was between the ages of 14 and 16. I wouldn't have been any older than that.
Wow.
Yeah. That was when I wrote most of my songs, was kind of within the age bracket of, say, 13 and 17. I've got loads of like full songs with images that I can say, yeah, like I like that, I can put that out. Now, there was loads of songs as well that I would never play again.
Have you recorded those songs from 14 to 16?
No, I like I have them and I can record them. I just haven't done it. So I have to do that.
I think that would really benefit from a bit of a production, that, because it just one or two things going on there, because it has that simplicity, but also you want something it's such a haunting song.
When I wrote it, it had like layers of vocals. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Like, originally with harmonies and stuff, there was like a bit kind of more of a kind of a choir feel to it.
Yeah.
I think that's, what Terence was saying. Yeah, I think I was envisioning it, but I actually think you should do an album of songs with one name, with one word, your one word songs. So far you have Gone and Ringing. So I figured you could have an entire collection of songs.
I think so.
Entire album of just one word songs.
I love it. I'll get on that.
Well, if you think about it, right, it's how you tell those stories, and sometimes all you need is that energy and that moment that you're invoking that brings out everything else. And so, because you're singing it one way and we're hearing it another way because we're listening to it in our minds as if you had produced it, and I think that's kind of the magic, right? Is that we're able to start with a foundation and think about it, because there's some songs that I hear that are like overproduced, and I wish they were acoustic and simple and easy. And there are other songs that have that's really beautiful message because they're produced in a certain way. So it's it works on both sides of it. I've been spending maybe too much time listening to overproduced music, but I appreciate I was explaining recently about what we do. I was actually explaining this on a recent trip to Africa, and some people didn't quite understand why we get together on Thursdays and make music together. And I said, well, if you're a musician and you needed a place to play and you wanted to be heard with your peers, it's a beautiful place to be. And someone got it, but it was odd. Like, they didn't understand, why do people take time to do things like this? Like, why are we doing this? And I said, because we can feel good, because we can share that good, that we can connect in a way that we otherwise couldn't. And here we are bringing people from all over the world together for 2 hours at a time and contributing love and beauty and good energy into the world. And so I stand here telling you, I accept the reality that I may be a misfit, but it's okay. Because I think that we do great things and we're able to express ourselves without having to worry about why. And I really love the music you guys are creating. So Just wanted to say.
It surprised me that in Africa, because music is such a communal thing there. You'd think that they would.
Right. But I was with tech people from
Oh,
across Africa, and they were there for a cybersecurity conference, and they just were asking me about my passions, and they just found it a little different than what I think I answered the questions differently. It's okay. I recently had an opportunity to meet my future niece's husband's family, and apparently I told his mom, my niece's fiance's mom, that I'm a time traveler. And then I realized we're all time travelers, but they thought it was odd that I introduced myself as a time traveler. Admittedly, I forgot I said that, but I think music helps us travel through time and space. I think it's the music that creates those memories that sometimes are remembered forever, and that we're allowed to just to share that. So to our fellow time travelers, what can I say? Anyway, that was beautiful. Terence, over to you.
And at the end, just before we leave war, I think what was really unusual about that song is it wasn't a protest song. It wasn't. Most people write it was about the sadness of war and the tragedy of war, and that's quite unusual. Usually, we've got to end war. It's got much more sort of political edge to it. But what I liked about that is it was just the sadness of it. Anyway, that was my thought.
I appreciate that, by the way. That was quite profound.
I don't want to go down too much of a rabbit hole here, but I wonder, is there like a deeper thing there? Like even sadder, is that like as a young person growing up, learning about war and history books, that it was kind of an acceptance, like this is just something that happens. It's something that has happened, and it's something that will happen, and it's something that throughout my lifetime, it doesn't seem to have stopped happening. War is just constant in the world. Seems to be where humans are, there's war.
But the weird thing about that song was that it was the exact opposite of that. It was actually just getting through the reality of just the humdrum reality of the ringing in the ears.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I love that idea. Thank you.
I was going to play something different, but with Jeff's talk of time travel, I thought I'd do a time travel song, which I have sung on Jeff's Place. I might even have sung when some of us, 3 of us, got together in 4 of us, 5 of us, and I got together in Dublin. I think I sang this song, but it's about the past, and it's about music, and it's about time traveling and how music lives on. When I was young, a long, long time ago, I went to school far from home, and every night with my little radio, I knew that I would never be alone. Under my pillow, when it was dark and it was late, voices from across the sea, Radio Lux, Fab 208, with Ricky, Don and Phil and Bobby V. Sha-la-la-la-la, shooby-dooby-doo, shing-a-ling-a-ling, they were playing my song. Wish upon a star, baby, I love you. Crying in the rain, they kept me strong. Candy kisses, a homecoming queen. It was all such a mystery. I knew if I could slip away into that sunny teenage dream, what a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful world it would be. And now when life turns cynical and I'm feeling kind of low, I'll play one of those magical old songs that go whoa, 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 whoa. Sha-la-la-la-la, shooby-dooby-doo. Such a sweet old song. Wish upon a star, baby, I love you. It kept me strong. So here we are, how those years have flown. I'm still sitting here somehow. And all those old songs have had little songs of their own, like this sha-la-la-la song I'm singing now. Sha-la-la-la-la, shooby-dooby-doo. Shing-a-ling-a-ling, they were playing my song. Wish upon a star, baby, I love you. Crying in the rain, they kept me strong. Whoa, 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 whoa. Crying in the rain, they kept me strong.
Wow, shooby dooby doo. Whoa, wow.
Doo-doo.
Yes, you did sing it there, and thank you for sharing it today. And it just brings smiles, and I just love it. Just beautiful. I just really like that. We're all smiling from that. That was just beautiful. Thank you, Terence. Wow.
Thanks, Jeff.
Wow. Wow.
Actually, Terence, there was a couple of nights after we met in Dublin, and
Yeah.
I found myself sitting in the kitchen, and I'd have a pint of Guinness in front of me, and I'd put on some of your stuff from Spotify. I love that one, you know, where the guy's going in and it's all the rock and rollers, like he's remembering the guitar players. He was a guitar player.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Great stuff, Terence.
Thanks, John. Thanks.
All your songs are brilliant stories. Like you really go into the song.
Yeah, I mean that really did that. Not all my songs are autobiographical, but that really did. It really was a lifeline for me. Music, you know, when I was in my teens, you were thinking about war. I was thinking about Bobby V and Phil and Dov Emily. It's kind of the difference between you and me, Quiver. That I was. Yeah. Anyway.
I love it.
Oh, good. Wow. Tempting Murphy, it's your turn, sir.
And I have to follow Terence again? Oh, geez. I just realized this is another love song. This is a love song with a shadow, though.
Ooh.
Maybe a little soupçon of Quiva's war theme, but this time between two people that thought they were in love. But and it's called Afternoon. And I will push the magic buttons. Technology. She looks at me, liquid dark eyes filled with pity. Oh, isn't she pretty? I have to grin, thinking I know what she's thinking. Maybe the ship it is sinking. No. Time passes slowly, so deep in contemplation, complex situation. I have to wonder, as I do think about her, why it is that I love her. Oh, in the afternoon, love in the afternoon. Afternoon. Think about tomorrow, what she will ask of me. Will it be heart's blasphemy? And does she really know what my heart is concealing? Emotions revealing. Oh, in the afternoon, love in the afternoon. Oh, afternoon. And I wish I'd seen all we could have been. I wish I knew if we could see this through in the afternoon. Now she looks at me, liquid dark eyes full of pity. But oh, isn't she pretty? I have to grin, thinking I know what she's thinking. Maybe the ship it is sinking, sinking, sinking. In the afternoon, love in the afternoon, yeah. In the afternoon, in the afternoon, afternoon, afternoon.
Wow. Wow.
Nice song, Neil.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was intense. Oh, I love that too. Wow. Wow. Good energy, sir. Wow. Thank you for sharing those words.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Yeah,
That-
sway.
that's-
They wrote swaying to the music. Exactly. That's what Janet wrote. Yeah, exactly. I was just feeling that. That was wonderful. Thank you for that. Oh, John, it's on your side. Back to you.
Okay. I don't know what the sound is coming across like. Is it okay?
Quite
It's
quiet.
okay. I think it's over. By the way, guys, should we and Quiva, should we, after John does the second song, should he do a third song and reverse the circle, or would you prefer to keep it in the one direction? Any preferences?
I think it's a good idea.
All right, this way, Tempting, you don't have to follow Terence, you follow John again. Then you follow John. So
I was going to say One Direction's a pretty good band, though.
that's true. All right. So
In their day.
all right, so John, you got two songs, right? You got the second song, and then you'll kick off the third round too. So
Okay,
Just-
I'll try my best. I'm gonna have to change the tuning on the guitar, but it's fine. I'll figure something out.
okay.
But you have to pay attention to this one, right? There's listening to Quiva's stories about writing songs when she was younger. There's an explanation for that. So you're right, really mature themes as a very young person, right? So that's because the music finds you. You just channel that. You never really, a man called Liam Weldon explained that to us before. The song finds the singer. The singer doesn't sing the song. And you basically channel it. And I thought of that because of this song. So this song is called Ishnock. Now, Ishnock is an Irish place in the centre of Ireland. And I came across it by I was watching the TV one night, and there was an interview with a young man, and he was a chef, and he went all the way over to Norway working as a chef. And in the evening times, then he'd be meditating on the side of the fjords, looking out onto the ocean. And he got this idea that Ireland needed some sort of ancient fertility flame to be brought back to Ireland. So one of the ancient oak logs because the Vikings would have come to Ireland from the Nordic lands, so it's ancestry. So he brought this burning log back to Ireland, and he had no way of knowing how he was going to do it. He just surrendered all of the circumstances to the universe and just let it happen. So there was an amazing set of synchronicities that happened to allow him bring this burning flame all the way back to the centre of Ireland. Now, first of all, he couldn't sail the boat, and he hadn't got a boat. Secondly of all, so he went back and told one of his colleagues in the place, the restaurant he was working in, and they gave him a boat. And it was an ancient traditional vessel, and it's called a ran, R-A-N, ran. And he got on that boat and he sailed it across the North Sea in November, right? So that wouldn't be a very nice place to be, let alone on a boat. And he eventually ran the thing into the Shetland Islands and smashed the boat up because he'd very little experience. And of course, everybody on the island came and repaired the boat for free and sent him on his way again. So he came around by the west of Ireland, and he had a horse and cart then. He brought it up to the centre of Ireland, and he put the flame in Ishnok. And I was blown away with his story. And straight away, the song wrote itself. I think the song came out in about 15 minutes. It's called Ishnok. You hear that, yeah? From the north he brought the flame to bring the power back in to the center of the land, for every woman, child, and man. And in the North Sea gale, in a small boat and sail, he kept the flame on board the Rand, and he was heading to Ishnok, was his plan, to Ishnok. Heading to Ishnok was his plan. The ancient woods to him declare abolition if you dare, to return and heal the land, for every woman, child, and man. And in the North Sea gale, in a small boat and sail, he kept the flame on board the Rhine. He was heading to Ishnok, was his plan. Ishnok. Heading to Ishnok was his plan. After 2 months, he left the island with no engine, single hand, misusing nature's truth and honor. With fire, earth, wind, and water. And in the North Sea gale, and small boat and sail, he kept the flame on board the Rhine. He was heading to Ishmael, was to Ishmael, heading to Ishmael was his plan. Heading west, he set a course to meet on land the cart and horse. A journey through our mystic past, and the flame of hope was home at last. And in the North Sea gale, in a small boat and sail, he kept the flame on board the Rhine. He was heading to Ishmael, was his plan. To Ishmael, heading to Ishmael, it was his plan.
Wow. Wow.
Fabulous. So cool. I remember seeing that story and thinking, he's mad. And that's all I
Yeah.
thought, madman, and then didn't really put thought to it again. Like you really empathized with the incredible journey that he did make, and the fact that it did mean so much from a
Honest to God,
spiritual
it
standpoint.
really was. And from hearing the story and watching how he delivered the story, I was just caught. And
Yeah.
there was a kind of an internal epiphany happened to me as well. I got this kind of, right? So it's a fertility flame. It's meant to bring everybody back to life. And I certainly felt it coming up through the soil and into my feet and into the wood and this guitar. And it got me going, really. That song kind of got me going, doing what I'm doing now.
That's amazing. Oh my
which
God.
is amazing, yeah. So, and
What-
I gave him one night and he was there.
No way.
Yeah, Darren
Wow.
Carroll. Yeah, he turned up.
And what did he, what was his take on it then?
I loved it, but he's way out there. Like, he is definitely, talk about time travelers. He's from another dimension.
Yeah,
He's
he's eccentric, like.
totally eccentric and such a young guy. Like, he's not 30 yet, I don't think. But he's drawn to that way of life, and such a talent he has. He's he's practical hands. He can fix things on the boat. He can cook. He can navigate. He discovered all this himself. It was amazing.
Wow.
So cool.
What I love about your songs, John, is they have that kind of epic, really big quality. Most of us were working on a little sort of quite a small canvas, but your songs have got that sort of scale to them. They do sound as if they belong, they have a great sort of historic feel to them.
Yeah, and I'm a huge fan of history, Terence.
Hmm.
I'm a massive fan of history, and I love that. I love conveying, especially past events that may be forgotten.
Yeah.
Bring them back in song, the oral tradition.
You're on again.
Yeah, you're on again.
It's long now.
Lauren's going to jump in for a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. But kick off the third round, please, sir.
Okay. It was early morning when we met out on the hillside. Start again. See, bit of different tune in here. So I have it there. Sorry about that. It was early morning when we met out on the hillside, on the way to Whitcomb Fair, to drink ourselves dry and make a big noise there. 6, 7 lads and a young boy, whose mother has said, promise me now you'll watch for him. He's never slept out of home before, and you know too well there'll be trouble in store. Gave her my word and we crossed the moon. It was growing dark. We stopped at the inn and we saw her, fresh face in the candlelight, looking so fine with a long black hair. Young Billy stared and she stared right back. The landlord said she's spoken for. Said, leave me here alone and I'll meet you tomorrow. Your way back home at the crossway. At noon on the Weddingtown Road. You going or you'll stay. You boys going or you'll stay. Take my watch, chain me all hit the road again. 4 miles to the fairground, we had a fine time there. Next day came, waited in the rain at the crossroads. The boy never came, I said, hey, you go ahead. I returned to the inn and the landlord said, last thing seen was a boy and a girl. Out on the moor, that was all he knew. He showed me the door. And then the long night came. His mother flew at me, called me names, scratched my face, said it was to blame. Asked would she ever see a sweet, sweet son again. And now the years gone by, back at the inn, the sea weather fine and the wind whistle cold and the moor that night taught us saw the couple on the pale moonlight. Landlord said, not you again, and from his pocket hung down my watch and chain. Thomas sat down on the stone and I cried, knowing full well, young man died. Tom lent me a gray mare. I wanna go back to Whitcomb Fair. Bill, Jan, Peter and Dan, Harry and Pete on the news we'll meet. All along, down along, down along Lee. All along, down along, down along Lee.
Beautiful.
A bit of busking involved there.
So good.
That's an English folk song, Terence. I heard that. I was in Cornwall and I heard that.
It's gorgeous, John.
It's really
gorgeous.
good.
Our friend David Seitz, who's in the audience, said that it's an awesome story, and it is. And you are quite the storyteller.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, look, It's amazing. There's a pub actually in Dublin City opened up. It's called the Storyteller, and they got in touch with me and they asked me to do a gig. Doing it on the 1st of September, and it's all storytelling and mixing it up with the song. So each anecdote into the song, etc. So that should be fun. Looking forward to that.
Could you do a show which it pulls together the stories and the songs in one sort of continuous thing?
That's exactly what I'm doing, Terence. And I kind of do it unconsciously anyway, because every one of the songs I have has a preamble. And when the guys are playing along with me, normally when I do a show, there'll be another guitar player and a whistle player. And it gives them plenty of time to tune up and get ready. Yeah. I kind of got that off my father. Once he starts talking, it's hard to shut him up, you know.
Such a gift though, because that's the real like Shanachie old Irish tradition of being able to tell stories like that.
Yeah.
That's
great.
something I'd really look up to. I'd love to be able to do it. So I'll be listening to you
love it.
closely and trying to recite the stories then again.
Yeah. My dad was brilliant at it. My dad could go into the room with anybody and he'd know them all. He'd be the Lord Mayor. He'd actually get the gossip on everybody, you know.
It's the only way to
So
do
thanks
it.
very much for your comments. Lovely.
I guess it's now back to Tempting Murphy. Wow.
Not a story song.
Yes. Yes.
This is a very new song compared to the other ones I've been playing. And it's kind of like, when things are going bad, all you can do is be positive and things are going to change. That's, it's not a very subtle message, but it's there. And I call it Lively. And it goes something like this. Oh, I'm feeling lively, wanna dance until I drop. But that isn't likely, reason will make me stop. Trying to be spontaneous, trying to find a way. Categorically miscellaneous, a mischievous kind of day. A mischievous kind of day. Things are looking up, turning the ship around. Heading for open water, the way I'll run aground. The glass is half full, but I feel it's filling up. With some bumps along the way, at times it will get tough. I continue on my journey, no signposts line the route. I will just keep going, good fortune will follow suit. Good fortune will follow suit. Things are looking up, turn the ship around. Heading for open water, no way I'll run aground. There will be those who will try, knock me down. Gotta keep standing firm, get up for another round. Keeping optimistic that things will turn out okay. Get right back up in the ring, fight another day. Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling lively, my heart beats strong and true. Gotta keep on going, there's still much work to do. Still much work to do. Things are looking up, turning the ship around. Heading for open water, no way around the ground. Things are looking up, turning the ship around. Heading for open water, no way I'll run aground. Yeah. Run aground. Run aground. Oh, no way I'll run aground.
Wow. Wow. Powerful, lively. Just great words, great energy there. Wow. I would just, yes.
Thank you. No depressing love song there.
But it was just, but it had that intensity and the realness to it. Was there a specific inspiration for that song that you remember?
Yeah, because I wrote it less than a week ago.
Oh.
So I would say it's my life at the moment. I have no time for looking at the negatives. I have to focus on the positives, and I think that's as we talked about as our lives progress into the autumn years, etc. That it just seems that things get more and more intense and complex, and that's just kind of a little self pick-me-up song to play when I'm feeling a little bit down.
Well, good on you. Thank you for sharing that. Really, thank you.
No worries. My pleasure.
So is it me now?
Yes, sir.
Well, this is completely new as well. It's a bit weird. It's sort of more a poem than a song, really. And it was inspired by something I suspect we all have been through on the screen. Maybe we started there, which is open mic nights. And it seemed to me that actually, I mean, this is something which Jeff and Lauren would maybe relate to. It seems to me that actually the real beating heart, the spirit of music is not in some great concert hall, but it's on these open mic nights. And so I just tried to capture that in a song. And I found that, since this is Songwriters Circle, I found it was getting a bit wordy as a song. And the words were getting in the way of the music, and the music was getting in the way of this. So I thought, well, what the hell? I'll do it as mostly a poem with a little bit of singing. So this is Open Mic Night. Down the road they come in their ones and their twos on this balmy autumn night. It's the old folk army, the foot soldiers of the blues, still fighting the good fight. Stepping up the spinning wheel of toil and daily dues, away from the boredom and the fear. Through an old oak door into a house of booze and laughter and sweat and beer. Pushing through the punters to where the guitar cases stand like coffins on parade. Taking in the noise, the old familiar faces. The world outside begins to fade. 1, 2, check, check. The MC on the sound tries a few hippie jokes. It's just time to tune up, get in your first round, slip out for one last smoke. You may not be a singer, but everybody's got a song, or a story, or a tune, or just a rhyme. And sometimes they'll ignore you, sometimes they'll sing along. Let's hear it one more time. Behind the bar is old Jim. He's surly and he's slow. Looks like he's soused again. His wife left him some 15 years ago. He still drinks to ease the pain. And the regulars are like sailors on some creaky little boat. They're a gnarled and knackered crew, checking out from the bar who is still afloat and any faces that are new. Showtime, the MC calls, and Dave's first to the floor, singing a hippy-dippy song from yesteryear. In his mind, it's 69, he's at the Troubadour, with hope and time and hair. Then there's Mary, a cappella. Well, she won't be denied. She'll hit one right note in 3. But we all sing up and she'll surf a ride on the tide of harmony. You may not be a singer, but everybody's got a song or a story or a tune or just a rhyme. And sometimes they'll ignore us, sometimes they'll sing along. Let's hear it one more time. You can keep your virtuosos, your fancy glittering star, prancing across the galaxy of fame. I can find my heroes in this crowded little bar with the true keepers of the flame. 'Cause in every land this rock beats, in the cantinas and the dives, rising up to the sky. And a billion feet tap out the rhythm of our lives till closing time comes by. You may not be a singer, but everybody's got a song or a story or a tune or just a rhyme. And sometimes they'll ignore you, sometimes they'll sing along. Let's hear it one more time.
Man, that's so true.
Wow. Wow. That's great.
Folk Army. I love that.
That was the first. I think that's the first time I've played that. So thank you very much for bearing with it. That's the short version. I could do the long version, but I think there'll be a bit of tap watching watch tapping from Jeff.
It wasn't weird, Terence. It wasn't weird at all.
Thanks, Neil.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
All right, so Caoimhe, a happy song, or are you going staying with sad songs?
No, we're staying with sad songs. I want to play a song that I wish I wrote. I didn't write it, but oh my God, with all my heart, I wish I wrote it. It's a Sinead O'Connor song. I actually played it the last day I was on, and I'm a bit obsessed with it. I feel like every time I pick up the guitar, I just automatically want to play this song. It's just so powerful, and it really it hits me so much. It's called Black Boys on Mopeds. If anyone hasn't heard it before, definitely look it up and listen to it, because it's amazing. So yeah, give it a blast. Margaret Thatcher on TV, shocked by the deaths that took place in Beijing. It seems strange that she should be offended. The same orders are given by her. I've said this before now. You said I was childish, and you'll say it now. Remember what I told you. If they hated me, they will hate you. England's not the mythical land of Madame George and roses. It's the home of police who kill black boys on mopeds. And I love my boy, so that's why I'm leaving. I don't want him to be aware that there's any such thing as grieving. Young mother down at Smithfield, 5 a.m. looking for food for her kids. In her arms she holds 3 cold babies, and the first word that they learn is please. These are dangerous days. To say what you feel is to make your own grave. Remember what I told you. If you were of the world, they would love you. England's not a mythical land of Madame George and roses. It's the home of police who kill black boys on mopeds. And I love my boy, so that's why I'm leaving. I don't want him to be aware that there's any such thing as grieving.
Wow. Intensely beautiful. So what brings you into that song, Quiva? What about the sound? What about those words? What about the melody? Does it draw you in so much as the intensity that we feel?
I think it's the sheer honesty, and like knowing who Sinead O'Connor was and knowing what she did in her life, how brave she was, how outspoken she was, and how she was treated like dirt by people. I love that if they hated me, they'll hate you. They called me childish and they'll say it now. You know, there's so much in that song, but then it's not only about her. She's also talking about injustice in society and, you know, people in authority and people in positions of power abusing it and just making a mess of everything. Yeah, just the whole song. I think it is again really sad, but there is a power to it and a sort of it's like a protest, and yeah, I love that. I love the strength of it.
That was intense and beautiful together.
Are you going to write political songs? Do you think you'll write that sort of stuff?
I'd love to. I really would love to. I just think I need to get a bit stronger in myself. I don't know if I'd have like I've always erred on the side of not having too strong an opinion on something because I don't want to get into argument with people. I think live and let live. But then you see the likes of Sinead O'Connor, the likes just people who get up and stand up and say when things are wrong, and you go, okay, yeah. If you have a voice, you probably should use it, you know. So
it'll come out. Whatever you think. You don't really control what you're writing anyway. As John was saying, the songs will find you, and so yeah, it'll come out.
I think so. I hope so.
You'll write a great song that'll have people on the barricades. Revolutionary, Caoimhe.
Get them out rioting.
Oh. Okay, I guess John, take it away, please.
Me again. That was brilliant, Caoimhe. I really enjoyed that one. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Really enjoyed that one. I forgot to tune my guitar while I was watching everybody playing. I'm stuck in this alternative tuning now, right? So that's going to dictate what comes next. But there's a song, as I said, when the songs find you, it's your duty as an artist to play them, you know. And it's the same way when you write songs about certain subjects. If those subjects come up, they're meant to come up, and you're meant to write about it. So Sinead O'Connor even said that's an artist's job. That's your job. So this next song I'm going to do, I heard it in Newfoundland, and I took her with me. I heard the lads down in Cork actually, a band called Hermitage Green actually done a job on this song as well. And we were at a session one time, it was on St. Patrick's Day, and I said, give us a end of that song, will you? I want to do something with it. So I have to give it back to them. I'll have to wash it and clean it and have it ordered and pressed and then give it back to them. But I made this song as one of my own songs, but it's, again, it tells the story of all life's trials and tribulations, all in the company of a kerosene lamp. So I just thought, when I connected to the song, the emotions in the song was fantastic. So I'm going to play it for you because I'm in this alternative tuning. I remember the time when Grandad died, and we sit by the fire and play, and I listen to stories of how he once lived by the glow of the kerosene light. By the glow of the kerosene light. You said, Mom and Dad, send me out to school and to learn how to read and to write. And they listened for hours as I read from my book by the glow of the kerosene light. By the glow of the kerosene light. Your grandma and I were wed at 16, and Lord, she was a beautiful soul. And now proudly you place the ring on her hand by the glow of the kerosene light. By the glow of the kerosene light. And about 1 year later, your daddy was born, and your grandma held my hand so tight. And I can't tell the joy as we brought forth in life by the glow of the kerosene light. By the glow of the kerosene light. And in having a child, you weaken her soul, and she just wasn't up for the fight. And she looked so peaceful as she went to her rest by the glow of the kerosene light. By the glow of the kerosene light. Well, then as now, times they were hard. To survive, you could try all you might. Well, sometimes love blooms, and sometimes dreams die. By the glow of the kerosene light. By the glow of the kerosene light. By the glow of the kerosene light. By the glow of the kerosene light.
Whoa, wow.
Brilliant.
Reva, wow.
That was something else, John. Oh my God. Like, Jesus. And every time, whenever I hear that song anyway, I'm like ready to cry because the story, oh, but the way you do it, it gives all the emotion. It's just absolutely incredible. I'd love to sing it with you sometime, maybe at one of
Yeah,
the
please do.
sessions, like to do like a harmony or something on it, because oh my God,
That'd be lovely, yeah.
spectacular.
That'd be
It's
lovely. We've a
gorgeous.
nice arrangement on that. We use a bouzouki on that song.
Oh, deadly.
And have the alternative tune. Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe, yeah.
Love that. I was singing along
Thank you.
every word. I think a few other people were singing along as well. I could see on the.
It's a great
the
song.
slide there.
Really is. Took me a while when I was playing that song. I get choked up sometimes singing it, you know. 'Cause
No,
you're
me
watching, I never had to remember the words or learn the words. I just watched the movie.
too.
Just narrate the movie, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a fantastic song.
Really.
It's
Thank
desperately
you.
sad. I remember the first time I heard it and I was like, just the part where she dies. I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was so happy up to now.
I know, yeah. I know.
Uh,
Yeah. I have to give that song back to the lads now. I only borrowed it. We'll give it back to them.
Don't give it back. I'd say keep it now as long as you can keep it for.
We
If they don't
recorded it.
ask
It's
for
on,
it.
yeah.
Wow.
It's on the EP, so we have it there.
Wow. Okay. This is a wonderful show, guys, today. Thank you so much. This has just been a wonderful Songwriters in the Round. Really enjoying the music and the words and everything. It's just something beautiful here. You help co-create magic. I thank you for that. I guess tempting. It's up to you.
Yeah, I want to talking about time traveling. I'd like to go back to the beginning of the show and change all my songs because I have lots of story songs, but I just didn't choose any today. Yes, this is another love song, but this one, the first one was the kind of slightly flawed love song. The second one was definitely Clouds, and this one is it's over. It's called Hitting the Road, and that is what the writer is telling the partner and himself to do. Hit the road. Here we go. I don't think you'll be missing me forever. You'll be doing fine, that's what I say. Please remember more than just the bad times. But for now, we best be on our way. Don't want you to think you're unwanted. You certainly have your own part to play. but we've taken this as far as it can go. So now, let's be on our way. Hitting the road, time to go. Shifting the load, it's something you feel. Go with what is real, real. I don't want you to be stealing my thunder. Don't want you to think that that's okay. Well, I can't believe the pressure that we're under. But now, we'll each be on our way. Hitting the road, time to go. Shifting the load, not easy to conceal. The truth is so surreal, real. Tires hit the road, change it has come. As the tires hit the road, the road, the road, the road. I don't think you'll be missing me forever. You'll be doing fine, that's what I say. Please remember more than just the bad times. But for now, we best be on our way. Hitting the road, time to go. Shifting the load, it's something you feel. Go with what is real, not easy to conceal. The truth is so surreal, real. The road, hitting the road. The road, hitting the road. The road.
Yeah, wow, that was absolutely intense. I love that. Great song selection.
It's a very clever song because it's got sort of regret in there and anger. It's got a lot of different kinds of emotion there.
Yeah, yes, that's what I was getting at. Like it's never simple, is it? It's not just I love you. No, I don't. Bye. You know, it's so much a wider spectrum of feelings and emotions and dread and love and all of that mixed together in a blender. And
well, I hope your wife was happy with that one because that wasn't a love song.
Yeah, she wouldn't want me singing that one to her. I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So is it me?
Yes, sir.
I thought I'd sing a song called "Meanwhile" which is I know I've sung here before, but it's I don't usually sing it on a Spanish guitar, and I've just put new strings on this. It's a lovely guitar. This is a song that was written during lockdown, and it was a bit like because Caoimhe was saying you look at the news and you think of the mess humans are making of the world, and then you look out at nature. I mean, it's sounding a little sentimental, but look at nature. And so it was sort of contrasting the mess the humans are making with nature. And so that's where it came from, sitting on my little room when we were locked away back in those bad old days. The banks are are crashing, people clashing. You wear today's opinion like the latest fashion. Roll up and join the show. Mum's a go-getter, dad's a trendsetter. Every day they tell the kids they must do better, 'cause life's just grab and go. Meanwhile, swallows chatter in a clear blue sky. Meanwhile, the buzzard makes its lonely cry. While down below are blackbirds going all day long. This world keeps rolling on. Latest news is some young fools is doing the you-know-what with you-know-who's it. The scandal and the shame. The wheel keeps spinning, the gamblers grinning, everybody's playing, but no one's winning. We're just prisoners of the game. Meanwhile, a dragonfly hovers by the pond. Meanwhile, a fox creeps through the field beyond. A mother hare sniffs the air until that danger's gone. This world keeps rolling on. Now the light grows dimmer, fireflies shimmer, that old pond is all a glimmer. The sun is sinking low. The owls are calling, evening's falling. Somewhere in the undergrowth the mice are crawling. Into the night they go. Meanwhile we muddle and we struggle and we strive. Meanwhile we worry through our little lives. Me and you, we're just passing through. Lord, let's help it get along. This world keeps rolling on. Well, it was here when we got here, so let's help it keep on rolling after we are gone. This world keeps rolling on.
Meanwhile, yes.
Well, yeah.
Never gets old, and that's fun. And thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Jeff.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wow. I just smile every time I hear that song played.
Yeah, it's quite happy. Yeah, Caoimhe. Come on. Happy song.
Caoimhe has, for all the unhappy songs, you must have some happy in there. We know you do.
I actually have one happy song. I've written one happy song in my entire life, and I'm actually going to play it now.
Woohoo!
It came from a really sad story. So I have to tell you the sad story first. I had an incredible mentor in college, a professor, and not just a mentor to me, he was a mentor to every single student that he met. He treated everybody like we had limitless potential and that, we should all go out and achieve our dreams and do all the things that make us happy. He was an engineering lecturer, and equally as much as he taught me in engineering, which is a huge amount, he taught me a huge amount as well about just living and being a decent person and making the most of life. Sadly, he passed away in January, or not in January. I found out in January, but he passed away in November of last year. So it was a big loss to everyone, but it also gave a minute for people to come out and say the impact that he had on their lives, and it was incredible to see the like outpouring of messages of gratitude towards this man for just the impact that he had on people's lives. So this is a song dedicated to him, and I wrote it the day I found out that he had passed away. So sad background, but a very happy story. Not every problem can be resolved, but every person can find true love. The road is full of twists and bends, though hearts may falter, they too can mend. If we don't laugh, we'll surely cry, and if we never live, then we never die. But what's the point of never even trying? If I said I wouldn't miss you, I'd be lying. So dust it off, 'cause life is rough, but you were made of stronger stuff. You'll find a reason to keep it on, and your light will shine there on beyond. If we don't laugh, we'll surely cry, and if we never live, then we never die. But what's the point of never even trying? If I said I could forget you, I'd be lying. In every story, there has to be something, a battle to set you free. So pick your battles and fight them true. In all of history, there's only been one you. If we don't laugh, we'll surely cry, and if we never live, then we never die. But what's the point of God and being forgiven if we go through our whole lives never living?
Yes.
Happy?
Happy, and you're smiling.
A happy song. I like it.
Wow.
Believe it.
Well, guys, that was a beautiful Songwriters in the Round, and it's nice to end it on a happy song. And it was just beautiful writing, beautiful tunes all around. And thank you all. That was a fun time for music. Lauren, did you enjoy? You did you? Well, just give a shout out to all the artists. If you can, tips are really nice. Lauren's been kind enough during the show to put the information in the chat, and I'm sure people enjoy getting tips. It's really nice to receive, to be heard, and tips don't hurt. And before we end the show, though, are any of you playing out? Do you have any tours coming out that you like to make announcements for people to come see you locally or wherever you may be? Caoimhe?
I don't at the moment, but I'm hoping to release music very, very soon. So keep an eye on my social media, I suppose, for that.
Terence?
I have a show around here in Norfolk in a place called the Fisher Theatre on the 15th, and then I've got a few shows coming up later. So, but it's on my website on the gigs page, terenceblacker.com.
Tempting?
Yeah, I've got actually 3 gigs in September coming up. One is a yard, like a house concert, but it's in a yard with a bunch of, actually it's a Songwriters in the Round kind of thing. And Sean Laurie, who's been on here a few times, is part of that. And then I have I'm part of a small folk festival called Porch Fest, there's a town called Whitevale, just east of Toronto, and there's these 10 or 8 Victorian homes with big porches, and they have a stage set up in each one, so you can walk around and again, our whole stage is made up of people who are another songwriting group that Sean is part of. And then on the 30th of September, I invite all of you to come, if you could. I'm celebrating my 70th birthday. It's actually a week before that. But we've got a place called Array Space rented in Toronto, which is like a studio that so it's got a grand piano and all kinds of sound and lighting and everything. And then I'm inviting all my musician friends that can possibly come. If they can come, we're just going to do 3 hours of mini sets and then a big jam at the end. So
That's beautiful. Wow.
it's kind of like a dress rehearsal for my wake, but I'll be at this one and I can contribute. So,
Oh boy.
Oh my God. I'll bring
That's one way to put it. Wow. All right. And John, any gigs coming up?
Alan Gavin tomorrow in the Oris, where we were in Dublin, and Storyteller in Dublin, and Whelan's in September, and I think we're in Kildare in October. So there's a good few. I mean, new EP is out since August, so since this month. It's called 1922. You can find it on Spotify.
Well, I'm glad to see that in August of 2023, people can be virtual and they can be seen live. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Tempting. We will come sometime this year. I know I'll be in Toronto soon enough. I used to come out like monthly, but I just haven't been there yet. But we love to just catch up and see a show and speak to you on the side of the stage. And anyway,
I just want to can I just thank Jeff and Lauren and love to Michelle, and a wonderful show. God, you're doing such amazing things, you guys. And it's really, you deserve the gratitude of musicians all over. So thanks very much.
thank you all. Really much love and light to all of you. Thank you for bringing your music to the show. It's an honor to be here. Lauren, thank you so much. And we'll catch you guys another time on Just Place. Bye for now.
All right.
Recording stopped.
Thanks, Jeff. That was great.
Thank you. I have to shut off the live stream, but it was wonderful. That was fun. I miss you guys. We'll have to catch up and see you again soon.
Yeah, baby, lovely. Caoimhe, you're sounding great.
Thank you so much, you too.
Keep those sad songs coming.
Absolutely.
I
Come
will.
on.
For God's sake, don't be happy. It's just going to spoil the music. Just
Oh no, I definitely have a few more sad ones up my sleeve. All right.
I bet you do. All right. Hey, I'm gonna go shut this down. Thanks.
Okay.
Guys.
See you then.
See you then. Bye bye.